just a little bit ago, but still left call by accident. Let's see. There we go. So, I am a little sleepy today, but I want to try and make sure that I get around to streaming regularly, make sure that I'm on time and everything. So here I am, and I'm just gonna go straight into it with where we had left off last time. Have not touched this world since ending stream. I only have 2 notes for things that I had intended to do once I got back to this. And that was to make some replacement carbon filters, because I have 68% of one of them left. I guess this door doesn't need to be open. I need to close. Hmm. Let's see. Which might not let me log in. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Now I can just close my browser. My resources back that way. Princess, I know you've heard me talking. You don't have to come get in the way. One of these days I need to set up like a... Every time I'm streaming, there's gonna be one of them chilling in the bed here. Alright. I need... I think... This might be easy. No power. course there's no power. What? Carbon. It's just iron that I need, so. Any of these. That's already the filter's problem solved. Those two. Just toss them in there. Melt them down. Producing just a little bit of power. Yeah, these batteries are charging a little bit. I guess once the sun comes up, my next thing that I want to do is have some oxides. So I need to get some volatiles. That battery. That was a mistake. That glass is different from any other glass. What do I want to do in the meantime? Don't have a lot of power to play around with at the moment. I suppose one of the next things I should do is get 100 volatiles and then want to say a full set of stuff to make some steel, but that will produce a lot of gas. don't have enough power to warrant a back pressure regulator. So, this furnace can safely hold I guess it doesn't really say, but it doesn't hold as much as a pipe. Which I think a pipe holds up to 60 megapascals of pressure. I think the furnace is only 40? But that's not accounting for heat and condensation and things like that. So I have to be careful with exactly how much gas is produced. And what I'm going to have to end up doing is I want to get this iron through as a start. I want to get that iron through. And then probably use any of the gases that come from that iron to off-gas this gold and copper if it doesn't outright smelt them. Maybe the silicon. But then I want to get the coal and iron in there and then get it to off gas and completely vent it and then try to melt it down. Made that soon. These stacks of 500. Okay, now I need coal. There's something way out there. That is. Oh. Oh, that's my first time seeing uranium. Rice. Volatiles over there.
Hunger caution.
This has to be something. Yeah, here we go. Actually, I should get a second. I need coal.
Power low.
Which, let's not think too hard about there being coal on Mars. Okay. I do it this way. So this is it one oxide, two volatiles, I think. Evacuate this room into the furnace. Uh, It is fine that there is a little bit of carbon and nitrogen in there. CO2. It's also fine that the ratio of oxygen to volatiles is not exact. But I need to pay attention to this. Right now, it is off-gassing all the iron, which is taking the gas out of the ores. This should be fine. The temperature is high enough that it is just turning it straight into ingots. So that's fine. We have some iron. And copper. Some copper to play with. Pretty safe pressure. This feels like a waste because gold off gases to oxygen. So it is actively producing a bunch of oxygen in order to purify that gold. And unfortunately, right now, at this particular early stage, all I can do is vent everything directly to the outside. That's going to produce a lot of gas. But not a whole lot of temperature. That needs to vent faster. I don't have a way to make that vent faster. That is very full right now. Why is that taking so long to vent? Just the max throughput of that valve? Be nice if it would tell me that information. Once this gets down to 10 megapascals, I'm going to close that valve back up. Start off-gassing the iron that I have. Let's take it a bit. While this is off-gassing, I'm poking around at Discord, seeing some conversation about buckets. A friend of ours has been ruined to the idea of buckets now. taken a bit. It should not take this long. I don't understand why it's taking this long. I also don't really have the means to fix it right now. 17 megapascals. Yeah, I want this down to 10 or below. I actually want it to be about just over into the green here for the meter there. That way I have the least amount of risk off-gassing all this iron. And then once it's completely off-gassed, I'm going to vent the whole thing and put some fresh fuel in it. Hopefully that'll get me some steel. The way that Stationeers visualizes the movement of gas. Got all these little particle effects rushing off into the distance. I have no idea if that comes through on Twitch or not, but it's very fun to watch sometimes. Also, drop the temperature. When it gets below a certain point, I think it will stop off gassing, which could be a problem. I'm not actually going to close the valve. I'm just going to put this right in. Okay, it is processing it. That's good. Temperature's dropping. Pressure is kinda holding steady, which means that it's venting more than it's producing. So that's good. Just keep it off gassing. No. Producing lots of pollutants. Definitely want to make sure all of that is vented.
critical.
Okay. I'm gonna let that vent. Or continue to vent. Again, not in a great position right now. Fortunately, once I get the steel smelted, it should last me quite a while. Because that's... How much is in here? It's gonna be 2 kilograms of steel, I think. Only be using it in like little bits and pieces, 1 or 2 grams at a time. Sometimes a bit more than that, but usually not. Let's close that. Get it there anytime soon. Spell those. Oh! Storm just hit. My batteries are about to charge very fast. Oh. Actually, hit. Oh, I'll be able to make station batteries to get this steel made. That's not what I want. I want it out. Good afternoon, Sams. Audio seems quiet. My voice audio or the game audio? Yes. Does that mean both? Game audio is silent. Voice is quiet. That's not great. Let's see. Have I done? Looks like game audio captures fine. Oh, there it is. Did it just like take a minute to come in or something? Oh, okay. I'm glad that it wasn't something on my end. Below 10 kilopascals. What's in? Still fluid. Oh, what's there fluid in here? Oh, that's not supposed to happen. I should probably change the timer on this. Yeah, well, I think there might be music. Yeah, there is music, but I never hear it. It says the music's at 100%, so have it turned off somewhere or missing it. I have no idea. It's just I've never actually heard music playing during the game. Oh, I do have one. So, yeah. I guess while the storm's going, Princess, you don't need to lay on the keyboard. Okay. Yes, I know you're sleepy. Oh, I disturbed you. Okay. Alright. So while the storm's going, I want to first off, I'm going to turn power on over here. And yes. Evacuate. All the atmosphere that's in. Oh, I forgot to fix that. Okay. I'm gonna have to see if I can get some help figuring out how to edit my stream elements thing, because all of the automated messages that I have it currently posting into the chat are out of date. Like, I don't really want it advertising my Twitter anymore. I still have my Twitter, it's just not really using it much at all. So I want to get rid of that. It posts a message every once in a while that redirects to the wrong Discord. So I want to fix that. Just a bunch of silly little things like that that I edit and fix and adjust. The storm sticks around just a little bit longer. Pollutants seem to be gone. Battery's at 100. That battery's at 100. There goes the last of the oxygen. There's the nitrogen. Just a tiny, tiny bit of CO2 left. I'm gonna need to vent my waste tank. I don't want to actually do that. I want to do that in that room and then make sure that all of the gases are kept. Because that should just be oxygen and CO2. Okay. Close. One, two. I might have done something similar. Where's Phobos? I feel like that's... I feel like Phobos is moving. Like its orbit is changing. So I could have swore I saw it setting over this way, not over that way. Just a little bit ago. Yeah, I think I've done something silly here. Now that my base is at vacuum, there is not enough temperature in here to actually melt these ices. So I have to wait for the sun to come up and actually, like, hit them for the melt. Excuse me, sublimate. They don't melt. I might actually take this opportunity to be right back. A little bit of a bio break. Refill my water. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. But instead of going to my be right back screen, I'm just going to leave it right here. Turn my light off. Save battery. Then as the sun comes up, if the sun comes up by the time I get back, you'll be able to see the ice is melting.
Air tank low.
I return. Let's see. Have these gases gone into the furnace? Okay. Let's activate it. And now I have steel. turn this on. I could have swore. Yes. Okay. What? Wait a minute. Oh. Just short. So, Saps, are you still there? Nope, it just deletes them. Okay. This is a whole lot of nothing useful. Don't worry about that. What I am gonna worry about is turn that on. All this garbage out of here. It's all merged. Try to print myself. A station back. station battery right here. For that, open my waste tank.
Air tank critical.
Minus my oxygen. Now everything that's in that room should just be oxygen and CO2. I want to keep it in there. At least as best as I can. Fascinating. I am just going to drop down. That, that. Steel sheets. Okay. Now, hopefully, next time I get the storm rolling through here. No, I'm gonna let that out. That's really spicy here. I guess I'm just gonna let the outside in instead. It's not what I wanted, but that's fine. What is the next thing? Oh, I should probably get a small transfer of it. What should I do? Not gonna mess around with ice shit. Should definitely get a couple more batteries. Get two of these. Bring this up to 40 minutes. Because these small cables can only handle 5,000 watts or they burn out. So what this will help me do is, if there's enough charge in this battery, it will only ever draw a maximum of 4,900 watts. So this cable should not burn up, and anything past this should not burn up, even if there's more stuff on that network drawing power. This basically keeps mistakes from happening. Problem is that this transformer also draws power itself. So when this light is off, it is using more power than I am generating, which means that no power is actually getting to these batteries. So when this switch turns green, then I'm getting at least some juice going into these batteries. What are you jumping about? What? Okay. No. Turn that off. Um. Let's do this. Actually, I'm being simple. I need to pick this back up. I need every bit of charge that I can get out of this. For the time being. I'm not producing enough to.
Power low.
So this is tricky. I could make more wind turbines. Probably should do anyway. Make one for now. Bring this up to 4. We have up to 8 of them. Probably should put 8. No more cables. Make place 2 of these for now. Not going to help a whole lot, but that's better than nothing. I explained this last stream, but the reason this battery is not charging is because this battery charger is on the network afterwards. Any power that goes in here is being pulled out immediately and going straight into these batteries. So these are charging before that one does. What else can I do here? I don't have any of those materials. Do some solar? I can't put solar outside. That's the problem. I want to cable now, that's because I think that's what will let me properly see the status of this. Not too sure about that though. Elevator. Didn't know that was a thing. Gas field generator. That might not be a bad idea. Oh yeah. So, latest update for Stationeers has added this thing here called layering. Uh, so I was going to explain this, but Misty is exploding behind me. What are you doing? Okay. That funny? Okay. Let's see. More transmitters. Don't need to worry about that right now. Small satellite dish. I should probably get on top of some trading stuff. That's gonna be how I get any food for the foreseeable future. I'm gonna make that. Need to make electrum and solder. Solid gem. That goes on. Okay. Oh, fantastic. Out of power. What is that? Are you roaring in chat, Nora? I am quite some distance away from being able to do that, so. Yep, still just surviving at the moment. Sure. Uh, so far, methane is not a gas that I need to manage, but sure. Yeah, yeah. I mean, chickens do exist. It might be a thing that is on the horizon at some point. Having to manage methane and greenhouse gases and how you capture or release them and whether that affects the planet. That would be kind of cool, though. And build 3 more. In case a storm comes through, and that's going to disappear out here into the void. Don't really have enough time here to do. This battery is charging. This battery is not charging. What is consuming? Is that doors? Let's do this. Right now, I am expanding my power generation capabilities. I need to put 3 more of these wind turbines here, here, and here. It's not going to help me a lot, but hopefully it will help me a little. Yes. Expanding my power infrastructure so that if I die, it's not because this battery ran. And the more stable my power generation is, the more consistently I can use the nighttime hours to actually do some crafting and fabricating and getting shit done as it's. So that's one. Do all that power from this battery into that battery. Yes, exactly. Now I am discharging these small batteries because I have exchanged them for large batteries. So if I can get this battery fully charged, I can swap my suit battery. Yeah, I was telling Misty yesterday when we were at Joey's that I want to figure out something to toss in the crock pot and make some soup or a stew. Because that sounds really good right now. There we go. Spit that out. Have that off. Beacon shrimp. Hmm. I don't know how I feel about using ground beef in a soup or a stew, though. I could see using the crock pot to make like a shrimp thing. Put in like some shrimp and some probably would make like a seafood compatible stock. Some rice would go in it really good though. think if I wanted to do like a seafood uh based soup or stew, I would want I would want to get some water chestnuts. I would want to get some. What else would be good? Probably some snap peas. Some baby corn would go good in that. Yeah, the onion would be good. Cabbage would be good. What's in the stir fry mix? Probably like some peppers and that stuff. Tasty. Come up with some sort of crock pot stew dinner thing. Because if we do, that's something that we want. The earlier we get started on it, the sooner it'll be done. In the crock pot. I mean, we can Google it. Just be like, hey, can I put in crock pot with shrimp? It's one of those things where it's not like we specifically have to have the answer. There's so much iron here. I need lead. One more bit of lead. I cannot wait until I get those sensor lenses again. Those were handy. Oh yeah, there's no real hurry. It's just, especially because it's a crockpot thing, there's not a hurry to get started on it, and there's also then not a hurry to like stay on top of it. You just put it in the pot, it's good to go. Kind of wish we had an instant pot. Those are neat. I've made a mistake. Boy, thank goodness for whatever that light is. The gauge on that tank. There was tomato sauce in the fridge. Squeeze that up some. Misty is currently eating the last two slices of my pizza from Joey's. So I assume that they are hungry, but also that they are probably not going to be hungry for much longer. This is good. How hungry am I? I'm pretty hungry. I'd say I could get away with eating a Shetland pony instead of a full horse, so I'm pretty hungry. How many grilled cheeses? Uh, that depends. Do we have any meat to put on them? Or did we use up all of the blended broil? Uh, in that case, probably 3. If we have enough for that. Producing 200 watts? What makes this stuff? Quesadillas. Hmm. I just had a thought, and I don't know how I feel about it because I don't know whether it would be gross or turn out somewhat okay. Uh, Fried shrimp uh, in like a grilled cheese or a quesadilla. Like you do some fried shrimp with like some garlic and onions, a bit of butter, uh, salt and pepper. Fry it up, and then use that to make. I don't know if you would chop up the shrimp for that, but use that to make like some quesadillas or grilled cheese. Have the shrimp be like a little bit of a extra bit of protein in your. I guess both of them are technically a sandwich. I would say a quesadilla is a sandwich. 7%.
Hydration critical.
What? Not anymore. What needs thought? I mean, you can pull it out, put it in the fridge, and that could be something we do later as like a different meal. Uh, do you do much of anything special when you make quesadillas? Like, do you put different seasonings in them, or do you just cheese, tortillas, fry it, good to go? You know? Probably shouldn't be burning through my pepper. Yeah, that one's full now. I think I'll be good with grilled cheese. Or I'm fine with either one. So it's really just kind of up to whatever you feel like making, whatever you have energy for, kind of thing. But grilled cheese sounds appetizing to me right now. Obviously, I'm not gonna eat it on stream, but Why does my required amount fluctuate so bad? How about 2? Yeah, 2 would be fine. So, I'm in kind of a situation where it feels like I'm not making much progress, but this battery is full, this battery is getting full, this battery is, I guess, holding steady. This in here, this in here. Gonna need it later. That. That. I know what I need to do. I need to try and figure out some filtration. Early filtration. Oh, I made a mistake. There's now pollutants in here, isn't there? Hold on. There's now pollutants in here. That's not great. Guess that's what I can use that horrible scrubber for. Have you know what? I'm just gonna do scrubber. What have I done? I'm missing a large battery. What do I do? One there. Okay. Oh my gosh. Drain that. Ooh. Okay. Just do that. These batteries should charge a fair amount. This battery should also charge. Six. The furnace is why it's so hot. Fascinating. So, air exists in here. I have been trying to make it not exist in here, but it does exist in here. And because air exists in here, there is something for the heat from this thing to leak into. Which ends up meaning that the inside of my base is now 131 degrees Celsius, and it needs to not be that hot. But until then, I need 18 more of these. This lighter is nice. Heck yeah, it is. Nice. Wait. Two more of those. Three of those batteries are fully charged, which is fantastic. This battery is halfway charged, which is also fantastic. Um, no stopwood. Don't have enough copper. This should be ready. Just toss in the arc. Power generation to keep up with it. Okay. Hydrate. What's info? I pretty much always need it, so that's very appreciated when someone redeems that. I should reduce the price of it, shouldn't I? Why is the temperature in here 150,252 degrees Celsius? That's too hot. Wait, Nora, are you already cooking? Is that what I'm smelling? course, there's some volatiles now that I'm not looking for them. Yeah, it should be fine. I'm not terribly worried about it as long as it's not like black. Prefer slab of carbon. Silver? Yes. I have everything I need to make. Or not silver. Electric. Still need one more thing of lead, though. Just give me one more. Hey, I'm not gonna need that for what? There we go. Pick up. Fine. Okay, now what I need is gonna need 5 of each of these. That's not right now. Oh, yeah. That does sound like a better idea. Portables. That's right.
Power low.
Do 5 of those. Water purifier. I haven't really needed that. Let's see. Nitrogen filter. I think. Grab atmospheres. This room, I can set up filtration unit outside. And a big ass tank. And I can have it to where filtration pulls air, just sucks in the atmosphere. Great as it is. Filters out the oxygen, puts the oxygen into a gigantic tank, and then just blasts everything else back out into the atmosphere. So then I'll have oxygen capture from the atmosphere. But don't want to set that up just yet. I mean, I don't want to set it fully up. Yes. I'm going to need oxygen, but is charge. Copper. A bunch of cables. Nope, not heavy cables. Oh. Am I able to make NPCs? That's not gonna work. Let's do this. On. Well, I saw that. Something. That. You know what? I'm gonna let that finish. That should still put a whole bunch of power into that. I hope. I don't know if I should have this outside. Let's find it. Filtration. Input. Filtered. Input. Okay, so I want from here.
So that right there, it's just the mayo on top. It's cooked dark. So the rest of it should be fine. I went ahead and made the sweet marinara with some of the hunts. Yeah. These are not my best, but they Definitely improve next time. Hey, work check out.
It's Xenon. I close this door. Let's see. This room here is turning into a mess. So what I should possibly do is make some more, make some steel frames. So that's what I should do. Steel frames are more efficient in terms of resource usage. They are technically using less resources than iron frames. Yeah, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make one more row of 9. And then expand my walls to capture the next 3 rows out there. But what that would mean is that I should probably move No, I managed to get steel. The steel is one of the first major hurdles of progress. It's just a matter of setting up your furnace, figuring out how to off-gas, to do with the excess gas, and then actually succeed in bringing it up to temperature and then getting the right ratio of materials, and then you have steel. Then once you have steel, it unlocks a whole bunch of progress for these other machines here, which I think get the mods for them now. Let's see. Not printer mod. No, I cannot. That's fine. Should be able to make electro. Process.
Power critical.
But yeah, once I have steel, then I have access to a bunch of other utilities that will help me with processing gas, filtering, storing. I can build station batteries, which are these here, so that I can actually store decent amounts of power. I can build these large batteries here so that I can start slowly replacing all these small batteries, which then will mean that my tools will last longer, my suit lasts longer. So steel just by itself is a pretty big deal. This here is going to be my next hurdle. So let's see. How much gas is left in space? Not a whole lot, but still enough to be. Why did I pick up the steel? Yeah. Grilled cheese is actually really good. Started out with a slightly crispy one. It's still fine. Oh, come on, hundredths of a Pascal. What I need is for the sun to come back as a start. Where's damn. They did not give me a water bottle filler, did they? Oh, they did. I should set that up. Here, should I set that up? Let's do it this way. That's it. Did it? Battery out of that. Put it in here. That's fine. Um, I wonder if there's just a way me to do like a notes folder. Yeah. Um, computer kit. See if I can type on the computer. Just need who do I need for this? No, that can't be it. Maybe it isn't. Let's try it. better place to put them. Nope, this is not what I want. Programmable sign? The F. Try this.
Power low.
No. That's that's not what I wanted. Okay, let's see. You know what? Okay. So I'm gonna make one more of these. And then this is gonna be how I do like a checklist thing. Oh. So this is going to be the way that I keep myself updated with like a checklist type of thing. Okay. For now, this is done. Stuff. Pipe bender. Get it up off the floor. And then the way I'm going to do this is save, export, grab this. And this is going to be my checklist. Go. Now, from this point forward, I'm going to try and figure out 3 tasks for the next episode, or next time I stream. And I'm going to slap them up here. And then I don't have to worry about forgetting them next time I go live. So, next stream will be, I'm going to try and expand the oxygen capture out there, so I can actually start gathering oxygen, putting it into this bulk storage tank. I might move that whole setup over that, because this room here is kind of my my safe room? Not very safe, but that's where I'm putting my survival necessities for the time being. So any oxygen that I filter out from the atmosphere will go into that tank, and then off of that pipe right there, side, and connect up with that tank and that tank fill utility. So then, hopefully, oxygen will be significantly less of a problem, because I can just capture it from the atmosphere. I don't know if I will be able to capture it in significant enough quantities with just that one filtration unit, but I can expand that part without too much problem. That's going to be something I want to work on. I don't know if I'm going to power it up, but I can at least get it established and decide whether I want to move the actual hardware inside of a structure or not. Because I don't know if storms can damage filtration units or tanks. before I actually flip the switch on that and start collecting oxygen, I want to make sure that I have better power storage. So I want more than just one station battery. I want, like, say, at least 4 of them, and have them hooked up. I don't know if I'm going to have them hooked up in series or if I'm going to have them hooked up in parallel. I'll figure that out later. But then that transformer that I grabbed right there, that one, that will come in handy because then I can hook all of them up. If I do them in parallel, I can hook them all up in heavy cable and then have the heavy cable connect to the transformer there. And then that transformer can step it down to 4,900 watts so that it's safe to use this light cable. And then from that, I'm going to hook it up to different APCs and stuff like that. And that's where the expanded alloy access comes in, because in order to make more of these APCs and better organize my power infrastructure, I need access to solder. And in order to make solder, I need iron and lead. So I get to find one more thing of lead. Grab 3 things of iron. Toss that into this thing, get it up to temperature, off-gas it properly, get myself some solder. And then once I have that, I can craft more APCs so that each airlock can have its own. Each crafting printer, each one of the printers can get their own. That way, even if there's a power shortage elsewhere, there'll still be enough that I can craft like a couple of little things. Want to get some heavy cable off of this thing. And have it go directly into a battery. And then off of that battery, bring it into the main storage. Main power storage. That'll all just be part of increased power storage. Because that way, if I start to run low on power from the wind turbines when they're standing super fucking still like they are right now, and I'm not getting beans for solar, I can just toss some coal in here, flip that switch, and it'll fill up one of these batteries. And then from that battery, it'll trickle into the rest of the actual storage. That way there's some amount of buffer. It's not just immediately overloading a cable. And I can actually have some way of, oh, I really need power right now, toss some coal in here from inside, and then I'm good to go. The downside of that is that this thing will produce a lot of gas and heat. So what I might do is put a chute off of this so that it's sticking out just a little bit. I have to leave that switched on. Yeah, that switch I can leave on. Doesn't take power, I think. But then seal this up. Put a wall or a window or maybe even a door right here in this space. Block this little cube off. What gases come off of this? pollutants and carbon dioxide. So I might actually want to capture that instead of venting. But it's going to be super hot. I guess I can figure that out later. I don't need this. Just toss it here. Aside from that, obviously I'm going to need more square footage to my base. So expanding is just going to be a matter of course. Don't need to really worry about putting that as its own individual item on the list, because I'm going to expand one more row out that way. Or, yeah, 1, 2, 3 more rows out that way. Wall all of that off. Yes, I think that's going to be what I end up doing. Battery out. That one charging. Now, right now, there are 8 of these small wind turbines hooked up on light cables to one battery. And I think that's kind of the max that I can do, because when a storm comes through, that is enough to fully load that light cable. And then it doesn't really matter what comes off of here. I'm not currently drawing enough power to overload cables. But I think let me actually just look in Windows. This. Can I just move that from here? No. So I need to unlock Constantine. So that's going to be a pain, because I will need to have higher temperatures and pressures combined than I have worked with so far in order to successfully produce Constantine. And then after I've produced... what alloys do I need? Solder, electrum, I need Constantine. I think those are the only 4 intermediate alloys I need, and then I need to upgrade this furnace to an advanced furnace. Because any of the alloys other than that cannot be made in this furnace. They need to be made in the advanced one. But that's for a completely different stream. For now, I just need to get the 3... Let's just do this. Invar. Invar is the other one. So I have access to all of these except for solid fuel here. Don't know that I can make this. What requires a pure gas mixture? Only the listed types. Volatiles, hydrocarbons. So I need to wait. How though? I don't think I can make this. Okay, so pure gas mixture means that I can't have anything else present aside from volatiles, hydrocarbons. But in order to reach that temperature of 950 degrees Kelvin, so I would have to do this using pipe heaters. So the only gas in the furnace is volatiles and nothing else. And then using pipe heaters will raise the temperature of the volatiles to 950 degrees Kelvin. And put the hydrocarbons in. So the hydrocarbons will have to already be off-gassed, and then all of the resulting gases from that will have to be vented. So that then the furnace is completely empty except for hydrocarbons. And then I increase the temperature of volatiles in a separate loop, separate set of pipes. Get it up to temperature, then let it in the furnace. Pressurize the volatiles to 1 megapascal. And then it'll turn into solid fuel. That's crazy. That's stupid difficult. I mean, it's doable, I guess, but... Anyway. All of these, super easy. Basic. Just get the ore, toss it in the furnace. It shits out the material, except for this one. So my next step is to gather these. I've already got steel. Steel's first step in materials production anyway. I already have the gold and silver for the electrum. That's ready to go. I just need to get it up to temperature. After that, I've got the stuff. Well, I almost have the stuff I need for solder. I just need to get 100 more grams of lead and 300 grams of iron. And then I can toss that in. Constantan, I think, is copper and nickel. Yes. So I can do a 1-to-1 ratio of copper and nickel. And it'll get me Constantan. The problem with Constantan is that I need to have it above 20 megapascals. And over 1,000 degrees Kelvin. And that's hard. Because in the small enough quantities that I've been using the gases so far, which is a 1-to-2 ratio of oxide and volatiles, I'm not producing enough heat to do that. So I need to probably do a 3-to-6 ratio. Yeah, 3 oxides, 6 volatiles, and then ignite. So that's what I have to do then. And then once I've done that and gotten those materials, this part of the list is done. Because then I can use those materials to get pretty much everything else I need for the next stage of progression. Because that will let me build the printer mods to upgrade each of these printers to their next tier. And then from those, I can then build better wind turbines, better solar panels. Oh, I need to add a fourth thing. So the fourth thing that I need to add is basic trading platform. The reason that I need a basic trading platform is because right now, all I have food-wise is just a bunch of cereal bars. Those do not last long. Um, yeah. So this cereal bar is at 100%. I'm at 32% for my hunger. If I eat this, it'll top up my hunger, but now there's only 25% left of that cereal bar. And I have a very, very limited supply of them tucked away in that cupboard right there. So I need access to additional food. And I am in no shape to try brute forcing my way through figuring out hydroponics yet. So put this here. That makes 4 possible tasks for next stream. It is very possible that these things are going to take more than just one stream, but that's fine. It's just stuff for me to do to keep things interesting. After I've expanded the base, what I want to do in order to continue using these programmable signs, which this is a mod, by the way, I'm going to put a location somewhere that is just a wall of these signs, and then each person that is like a subscriber or a patron or whatever, I'm going to put onto one of these signs. And then it'll just be there. Probably in like a hallway or something. So it's easy to see as I'm playing. That'll be like my hall of helpers. Soft, save a little bit of power. That battery's almost dead. But that's my plans for next stream. So I'm going to save. And call this good. I am super tired still. Only got a couple hours of sleep, so I am wanting to go back to bed. Um, I will be trying to maintain this as a once a week thing. Um, every was this Friday? Every Friday? Oh hey, it's Bonnie. Hello, Bonnie. Yeah, you happened to just catch me right at the tail end of stuff. But uh I'm glad that you've stopped by. Oh, you've been lurking. Sneaky, sneaky. I have been rather enjoying streaming this game. I got it because I thought that it would be a good thing to stream. It's kind of complicated. There's a lot of opportunity for stuff to mess up, but uh, no shortage of things for me to do. Um, so it just seemed really ripe for something really good to stream. And yeah, it's pretty technical. Lots of systems, tinkering with systems like gas and pipes and power and all that good stuff. Very different from Space Engineers, which I play a lot as well. So where Space Engineers is mostly like mechanical problem solving, physics sorts of stuff, this is uh more systems than that. And as much as I would like the two games to be one game, that's unfortunately not really plausible. At least at the moment, anyway. Who knows what the future has in terms of planning and working on games in secret. But so far, it's been really good to make a regular stream every Friday. I'm going to try to start around 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And then see how things go from there. I'm not really expecting a whole lot of attention on it. It's, like you say, it's one of those games that's super technical, and a lot of the people that tend to be around me aren't really into sandbox stuff, but it's fine. It's just something for me to relax with and enjoy. Oh, that's gonna bug me. I just noticed something. Um, let's see. What's that? There's nothing in here. So. Hope I don't have to reset those sockets. Oh, there we go. Nope, that's better. I noticed that this cable here, instead of going all the way up straight through, and then having the splits off to the different devices here, it was horizontal for each of them, and normally I'm not picky about that kind of stuff, but I noticed it, and then it was going to bug me. Anyway, I'm going to wrap up. I don't really have a closing screen, at least at the moment. And I also don't have a whole lot of fanfare for going live and ending my stream. So I just thanks to everybody who showed up, and that'll be it for me for this week. Tomorrow I will be on Holly's stream, Holly's channel. we have picked up on doing a weekly Toho stream, and that's been going pretty well. They play, and I kind of backseat as like a commentator, which has been really fun. And usually trying to start that around 8 to 9. We start checklisting around 7:30, and then try to go live by about 8. And then sometimes stuff happens. Different routine things get pushed back a little tiny bit sometimes, and I think the latest we've started is about 9. But pretty casual, so not rigid scheduling or anything like that. I'm also trying to think of stuff that I can do throughout the week, but I'm not going to pick up another day for a while. Maybe 2 more weeks. I'm gonna feel out how I handle being regular with Stationeers. If I can keep up with this, I'll try to add another day for a different game. Whether that's No Man's Sky or something like Project Zomboid. Got a handful of games that I would like to stream, so. But yeah, that's it. That's my stream. Nothing fancy, just me relaxing, hanging out. If there's folks in stream or in chat, makes for good conversation. If nobody's here, that's also chill. I just get to spend time playing a game. So, I'll be back next week. Goodbye.